Hello. Anne Baxter is definitely familiar to anyone who appreciates old Hollywood. Her personality and talent helped her stand out on screen, and she was one of the most attractive actresses of her day. Known for her roles in movies such as All About Eve and The Ten Commandments, Anne was not just a beautiful woman, but also a powerful force in the entertainment industry. While most people know Anne Baxter for her exceptional acting skills, there is another side of her that is often overlooked. Today we'll look at some unusual and daring pictures of Anne that don't allow for much interpretation. After reading these pictures, you will have a completely different perspective on this Hollywood legend, so be sure to watch through to the very end. Let's start by reviewing some of Anne Baxter's fundamental facts. Born in 1923, Anne came from a wealthy household. Given that her grandpa was renowned architect Frank Lloyd Wright, it is clear that creativity flowed in her family. But from a young age, Anne was determined to make a name for herself in Hollywood. By the time she was in her teens, she was acting on Broadway and had caught the attention of Hollywood producers. Anne Baxter made her film debut at the tender age of 17, and she soon became one of the most sought-after actors in the business. Her natural talent, grace, and beauty made her stand out from the crowd. She was more than just a pretty face. Every performance was made unforgettable by her brilliance, depth, and charisma. She had no issue playing the innocent girl next door, the sensuous femme fatale, or the forceful leading lady. One of her most well-known roles was that of the ambitious Eve Harrington in the 1950 film All About Eve. The film earned Anne a nomination for an Academy Award, and her performance is still considered one of the best in Hollywood history. She also played the role of Nefertiti in The Ten Commandments, enthralling viewers all around the world with her beauty and dramatic delivery. But let's speak about what has people in awe, her bold and courageous photos that showed Anne Baxter in a completely different light. Actresses in Hollywood's prime had to maintain a certain image. They had to be stylish, beautiful, and poised at all times. Anne, however, was not afraid to test boundaries. Both on and off screen, she was adept at capturing the interest of an audience. Fans were also taken aback by a number of her photos. One such image that has been going viral recently shows Anne in a stunning, barely there gown. The outfit was sheer and form-fitting, leaving little opportunity for creativity. Her confidence is clear in the picture, proving that Anne was not just an actress but also a style icon who didn't hold back from showing off her femininity and beauty. This appearance would garner attention even in the conservative 1950s, let alone today. Anne can be seen posing by the beach in another batch of photos, wearing eye-catching swimwear that draws attention to her body. Recall that showing too much skin at this time was considered scandalous. Anne, on the other hand, disregarded the rules. She believed it was vital to be able to express herself freely. Thus, she didn't mind breaking the mold. A powerful, confident woman who recognized her worth is depicted in these pictures. Why did Anne Baxter take these daring photographs? Some claim that it was a way to rebel against the strict Hollywood norms of the day. Some believe it was simply Anne being herself, brash, flashy, and unashamed. For this reason, it's clear that Anne embraced her beauty and strength without hesitation. Now let's talk about the reactions to these images. Supporters were divided. Some praised Anne's confidence and boldness, while others were shocked that a famous actress would pose in such revealing clothing. The issue is that Anne was completely indifferent to the opinions of others. She wasn't trying to fit in with any stereotypes of what a woman should be. Her life was being lived as she saw fit. These pictures still spark conversations about standards of beauty, confidence, and self-expression. No matter what society expects of you, Anne's striking images are a reminder that it's okay to embrace your uniqueness and resist expectations. She was not only ahead of her time, but also timeless. It's also important to remember that Anne's boldness went beyond her photographs. She was a trailblazer in many ways. Anne was a strong, independent woman who understood her place in a field that was controlled by men. She portrayed roles that went against the grain and showed that women could be both strong and beautiful, intelligent and gorgeous. But keep in mind that Anne's legacy goes beyond her looks and photos. She was an outstanding actress who had a big impact on Hollywood. Her parts in movies like All About Eve and The Razor's Edge are still studied by aspiring performers. She performed on stage, in television shows, and in movies over her career. Her performance in The Razor's Edge earned her an Academy Award. What can we learn from Anne Baxter's story? It reminds us that beauty is more than just appearances. Even if some people were surprised by Anne's photos, her legacy extends far beyond her appearance. She was a lady who broke down barriers, lived her life as she saw fit, and disregarded convention. She was unapologetically herself, confident and fearless, and from that we can all learn something. I want to get your thoughts on Anne Baxter's daring images before we wrap up. Do you think her boldness is out of character for her time, or do you admire her confidence and bravery in defying expectations? Kindly leave your thoughts in the space provided for comments below. Thank you for staying until the very end. Although there may not be much space for interpretation in some of her photos, Anne Baxter's narrative is about much more than just how she looks. She acts as a reminder that confidence, skill, and self-expression are timeless. I'll see you in the next video. Furthermore, remember that beauty is more than appearances. It all depends on your own sense of style and the legacy you leave. Instead of being afraid to defy expectations, maintain your courage and confidence.